Don't scroll, don't blink, because what I'm about to reveal carries the same weight as prophecy itself. Jesus spoke of it long before this very hour, and now the echo of his words has found you. Stay with me, because this is not just history, it is happening in front of your very eyes. The Master once warned that before the moment of gathering, before the trumpet sounds, there would come a shaking so fierce, so deliberate, that even the chosen hearts would feel it. You thought you were just watching a message, but heaven timed your eyes to fall on this very sentence. Nothing here is coincidence. Nothing here is ordinary. Listen closely, this attack is not of swords and spears, it is not of bombs and fires. It is quieter, subtler, yet sharper than steel. It creeps into minds, into families, into faith, convincing them to grow weary, convincing them to turn away, convincing them that waiting has no purpose. And yet, Jesus warned of this, saying, "Many hearts will grow cold." Look around, has not the coldness already begun? Have you not seen love shrink, truth bend, and the light of many dim? This is the attack unfolding now. Stay until the end, because I will not just tell you what was warned, I will tell you what heaven is doing even as the attack rages. Michael and the hosts of light are not asleep. The Spirit of God is not silent. And you, the one reading this, are not forsaken. In fact, you are the reason this message is here. Because the Son of Man said, "Heaven and earth will pass away, but my words will never pass away." And his words today are alive, pulsing, calling you back into strength, back into clarity, back into faith. This is not a moment to scroll. This is not a second to wander. Stay. Because every breath of this message carries a piece of your armor. The sword is being placed back into your hand. The shield is being raised again before your chest. You are not empty, you are being filled right now. The rapture is near, and though this attack comes to break you, heaven is here to build you. Stay with me. Do not miss a line. What comes next is your confirmation, your restoration, your reminder that Jesus warned of this so you would not be taken by surprise. And if you're still reading, it means you are chosen to see this through. Stay alert, for what is unfolding in this moment is not ordinary. The warning that Jesus gave was not to scare you but to prepare you. He spoke of wars and rumors of wars, of nations rising against nations, of kingdoms shaking, but deeper than that, he spoke of the quiet invasion of hearts, the kind of attack that steals faith while leaving everything else standing. This is the attack happening now. You can see it in the way truth is blurred and lies are painted as light. You can feel it in the weariness of souls who once burned brightly but now barely flicker. You can sense it in the heaviness that tries to rest on your shoulders at night, whispering that hope is too far, that waiting is useless, that prayers are empty. Yet Jesus already told you this would come, and his voice stretches across time to remind you, do not be deceived. The attack before the rapture is not about destroying your house or your wealth, it is about separating you from the promise. The enemy knows he cannot change what heaven has written for you, but if he can make you doubt it, delay it, or walk away from it, then he believes he has won. But listen carefully, the very fact that you are here, reading this, proves that you are not lost in the crowd. You are still being pulled back to the center of God's heart. Jesus said, "When you see these things begin to happen, lift up your heads, because your redemption is drawing near." That is not a suggestion, it is a command. Do not bow down under the weight of confusion. Do not lower your gaze in despair. Lift your head. Look higher. Because redemption is closer than you think. The very atmosphere around you is beginning to shift. The attack may be real, but the victory is even more real. Do not skip this moment, because even as you linger here, heaven is clothing you again in strength. Archangel Michael and the armies of light are circling around the faithful, ensuring that though the shaking comes, the chosen will stand. You are not alone in this fight. You are not watching this message by chance. Every word is being orchestrated to remind you that prophecy is alive, that warnings were given not to frighten you but to shield you. Stay until the end, for what is about to be revealed will make sense of the battles you have faced. The tears you shed in silence, the nights you thought God was far away, the rejection that cut deep, the betrayal that broke you, none of it was wasted. It was all part of the alignment, the pruning, the preparation. And though the attack tries to convince you otherwise, heaven's plan has not shifted. The rapture will come, and those who endure will rise with him in glory. So hear this, do not give up now. Do not step back. Do not trade your crown for the temporary comfort of surrender. This is your moment to stand firm, to breathe deep, to let faith rise again. The same Jesus who warned of this attack also promised, "I will be with you always, even to the end of the age." And if he is with you, what can truly be against you? Stay. Watch. Believe. The attack is happening, but so is your deliverance. This is your sign, and it is not too late. Stay awake, because the time you are standing in is not ordinary. The words Jesus gave were not casual, they were prophetic fire meant to guide you through nights like these. He said, before the trumpet sounds, before the heavens open, there will be an increase of deception, a flood of distractions, and attacks aimed at making even the strongest stumble. Look around, has it not already begun? Hearts that once were pure are entangled in greed, voices that once carried truth are silenced by compromise, and faith that once moved mountains is now weakened by doubt. This is not a story of long ago, it is the warning alive in your very generation. You are not here by accident. You are not watching this message because of chance. This moment has been timed, marked, sealed in heaven's calendar for you. Jesus knew the hour would come when believers would question everything, when the weight of the world would feel heavier than their faith. He spoke of wars, of famine, of betrayal, but deeper than that, he spoke of love running cold. He described a generation that would be distracted, consumed by pleasures, blind to eternity. You are seeing it now. You are living in the middle of it. And if your heart is still awake enough to hear these words, it means you are still chosen to endure. This attack is not of weapons in the street but of whispers in the spirit. It is the voice that tells you, you are too tired. You are too late. Your prayers are wasted. Your hope is useless. It is the subtle chain that makes you scroll endlessly, consume endlessly, run endlessly, yet never find peace. But Jesus already told you this would happen. And he said, see to it that no one deceives you. That command is burning right now like a torch in your hands. Do not be deceived. The attack wants you silent, hopeless, disconnected. But heaven wants you awake, alive, burning. Stay with me, because every word you hear right now is an antidote to the poison that has tried to settle inside you. Every line is a thread of light weaving armor around your spirit. The enemy has tried to convince you that you are ordinary, that your voice doesn't matter, that your tears are wasted, but the truth is, your very presence in this moment is proof that you were marked for survival. You were marked for victory. Jesus said, I will not lose even one of those the Father has given me. That includes you. Lift up your head. Do not bow under the heaviness. The rapture is near, closer than your breath, nearer than your heartbeat. And while this attack tries to dim your flame, God Himself is sending wind to reignite it. Archangel Michael is standing in the unseen realm, sword drawn, circling your name, guarding your promise. Heaven is not silent about you. You are remembered, you are seen, you are preserved. Do you feel it? The shaking around you is real, but the unshakable within you is greater. The confusion outside cannot erase the clarity within. This is why Jesus warned you, so you would not be caught off guard. He knew storms would come. He knew betrayal would sting. He knew loneliness would tempt you to give up. But He also promised, I am with you always, even to the end of the age. That promise is holding you right now. Do not scroll. Do not wander. This is your confirmation. The rapture is closer than it has ever been, and the attack you feel is the last resistance before breakthrough. Heaven is clothing you with endurance. Angels are surrounding you with strength. And the Spirit of God is whispering in your soul, you are not finished. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. Stay, believe, and receive, because the warning has become reality, and the promise is unfolding even now. Stay steady, because the words spoken over you have not reached their end. You are living in the very days where prophecy and reality walk hand in hand. The Lord said that before His appearing there would be a great falling away, not of buildings but of hearts, not of kingdoms but of souls. And as you look around, you can see it, the dimming of passion, the abandoning of truth, the running after shadows while the light is ignored. Yet here you are, kept, preserved, called into this exact moment because you were not meant to drift away, you were meant to hear and awaken. The attack happening now is not just outside, it is designed to get inside you. It wants to steal the fire that once made you pray, to suffocate the faith that once made you dream, to bury the strength that once made you stand. But Jesus already warned of this. If those days had not been shortened, no flesh would survive. But for the sake of the chosen, those days will be shortened. You are part of that chosen remnant. The very breath in your lungs is proof that heaven has preserved you for such a time as this. Do not mistake the silence of God for absence. Do not mistake the waiting for abandonment. In the stillness, something is being built within you. Every unanswered prayer has been a seed planted. Every tear you thought wasted has been watering a harvest. And now, as the shaking intensifies, the first sprouts of that hidden harvest are breaking through. The attack wanted you hopeless, but what it did instead was push you closer to the place of encounter. Listen carefully, the deception rising in these days is not random. It is strategic. The enemy knows time is short. He knows the trumpet is closer than ever. That is why the distraction is louder, the temptation stronger, the discouragement deeper. But you are not defenseless. You are not abandoned in this. Jesus warned you so you could be ready, so that when the flood of lies came, you would cling to what is unshakable. His words will not pass away. His promises will not collapse. His return will not be delayed beyond its perfect hour. So stand. Even when you feel like kneeling in defeat, stand in faith. Even when your voice feels too weak to pray, whisper His name and let heaven hear it. Even when your hands feel too empty to hold hope, lift them anyway, and let angels strengthen them. The rapture is not a story, it is the closing chapter of history, and you are closer to that chapter than ever before. Stay until the end, for what is being spoken now is not meant to entertain you but to awaken you. Do not scroll. Do not turn away. This is the moment your spirit has been crying for. The warning is alive. The attack is real. But so is the victory already written with your name in it. Your calling is not fragile. Your destiny is not negotiable. Your life is not disposable. Heaven has invested too much in you to let you be lost now. Jesus said, "My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. I give them eternal life, and they shall never perish. No one will snatch them out of my hand." That hand is holding you now. That voice is calling you now. That promise is surrounding you now. The shaking will come, but you will not be shaken out. The attack will rage, but you will not be consumed. The deception will spread, but you will not be silenced. Because even as the warning is fulfilled, so too is the promise. At the last trumpet, the dead in Christ will rise first, and we who are alive and remain will be caught up together with them in the clouds, to meet the Lord in the air. And so we will be with the Lord forever. That forever is closer than you think. That forever is what keeps you here, listening, believing. Stay rooted, stay awake, stay faithful. For Jesus warned of this attack, and it is happening. But He also promised your deliverance, and it is closer than the next heartbeat. Stay with me, because the words you are hearing now are not empty, they are fire in your bones, light for your path, and strength for your spirit. Jesus did not leave you without preparation. He told you plainly that before His return there would be an intensifying, an attack on truth, on love, on hope itself. And now you are living in the very moment He described. Yet this is not to break you, it is to prove you. The shaking is real, but so is your foundation. Look at your life and notice how many times you should have fallen but didn't, how many times you thought it was over but it wasn't, how many nights you cried thinking no one saw you but heaven counted every tear. This is the evidence that you are not ordinary. You have been preserved, set apart, and now reminded through this very message that you are still in His hand. The attack tries to convince you that you are alone, but the truth is that you are surrounded. Angels are near, Michael himself has been loosed to guard your destiny, and heaven has placed a covering on your life that cannot be pierced. The rapture is not a theory, it is the promise soon to break into reality. The world may mock, but prophecy is unfolding right before their blinded eyes, and you are awake enough to see it. Do not miss this moment. Do not scroll away. The words you are hearing now are exactly the words your soul has been waiting for. You have asked if God still remembers you. This is your confirmation. You wondered if your waiting has meaning. This is your answer. You feared you were running out of time. This is your assurance. And while you are here, let your spirit not only receive but respond. This is a place where faith meets action. Share this word so others can wake up too. Comment below and declare that you are still standing, that you are still believing, that you are still waiting with fire in your heart. And above all, subscribe right now so you do not miss the next word heaven has already prepared for you. This channel is not entertainment, it is a lifeline, a divine appointment, a stream of prophecy flowing into your daily walk. Stay until the end, because what is being released in this hour is a shield for your soul. Jesus said, "See, I have told you beforehand." That means He wanted you ready, not shaken. He wanted you aware, not deceived. And now you are aware. Now you are ready. Now you are strengthened. Do not give up. Do not walk away. The trumpet is closer than the sunrise. The glory is nearer than the horizon. And your name is still written in the Lamb's book of life. Let this be your stand, your declaration, your moment of renewal. Stay awake, stay alive, stay faithful, for Jesus warned of this attack before the rapture, and it is happening. But so is your deliverance, and nothing can take it from you. Stay rooted, because what is being poured into you now is not just words, it is life. You are being reminded, strengthened, and awakened to a reality that most cannot see. Jesus' warning was never meant to frighten you, it was meant to anchor you so deeply that when the waves of deception rise you do not drift away. That anchor is being placed back into your hands even now as you read. He said there would come a time when hearts would fail for fear, when people would be lovers of pleasure more than lovers of God, when truth would be traded for lies. Look around and you can see this happening: families divided, friendships broken, values inverted, and yet you still feel a pull, a whisper inside calling you back to something higher. That whisper is the Spirit keeping you awake in the middle of the night, keeping you sensitive when others have grown numb. This attack is subtle but relentless. It tells you that you don't need prayer, that you don't need hope, that you don't need to wait for anything beyond what you can see. It tells you to scroll, to numb, to escape. But even as you've been pulled toward distraction, something inside you has been reaching out for a voice stronger than the noise. This is that voice. You were never forgotten. You were never left behind. This message is proof. The rapture is not an event to be whispered about, it is a promise to be lived in. It is the horizon your soul is leaning toward, the destination every believer longs for. And even as deception tries to darken your path, light is breaking through these words to remind you that you are still on course. Heaven's clock has not stopped. Prophecy has not failed. You are closer than you think. Hold on. Every prayer you thought bounced off the ceiling has been caught, weighed, and answered in heaven's time. Every night you felt unseen was a night angel stood watch at your door. Every sigh you breathed was recorded. And now, as the shaking intensifies, you are being lifted. You are being aligned. You are being set apart for the moment you were born for. This is not a call to fear, it is a call to readiness. Lift up your head. Wipe your tears. Breathe deeply. The same Jesus who warned of this attack also promised to return for you. That promise is not broken. It is unfolding right now. The clouds that once felt far away are gathering for your deliverance. And while you are here, let your heart do something about it. Share this message so others can wake up. Write in the comments that you are awake, that you are ready, that you are still believing. Subscribe right now so you do not miss what comes next, because each word coming after this one has been prayed over to reach you in your moment of need. Stay until the end, because these words are not meant to entertain, they are meant to clothe you in armor. The sword of truth is being placed in your hand again. The shield of faith is being lifted before you again. You are not empty. You are not weak. You are not abandoned. This is your moment to rise. This is your hour to stand. This is your time to remember. Jesus warned of this attack before the rapture, and it is happening. But so is your rescue. So is your vindication. So is your joy. Nothing the enemy has done can erase what God has written. You are still His. You are still covered. You are still chosen. Stay, watch, believe. Because what is coming is greater than what is leaving, and what has been promised is already on its way. Stay awake, because every single line you are reading is part of a tapestry heaven is weaving around you. The words of Jesus were not random predictions, they were a roadmap for this very hour. He said there would be false signs, false comforts, false hopes, and that many would drift because of it. He said the world would be louder, colder, and more distracted than ever. And yet he also said, "See to it that you are not troubled." These words are for you right now. Look at the pattern of your life and notice how many times you were rescued without even knowing it. Think about the moments you almost gave up but something inside you whispered, "Hold on." Those whispers were not your imagination. Those were the fingerprints of God, the work of angels, the fulfillment of promises spoken long before you were born. This attack you're feeling is not about destroying your possessions, it's about separating you from your promise. It is about wearing you down so you don't watch, so you don't pray, so you don't believe. It wants you tired, numb, distracted, too exhausted to stand. But even as the attack intensifies, the Spirit of God is breathing on you, renewing you, making you aware again. Jesus warned you so that you would not be surprised. He wanted you steady. He wanted you awake. And now you are being awakened. The very fact that you are here reading is proof that you are not lost, proof that you are being kept. Heaven is aligning your steps, even in this moment, and you are being brought back to the center of His plan. Lift up your eyes. Let hope rise again. The rapture is closer than your breath. Redemption is nearer than your doubts. And no attack can erase your name from His heart. You have survived storms before, you will survive this one too. You have walked through fire before, you will walk through this unburned. Stay with me until the end, because this is not just a message, it's a mantle. Every sentence is oil on your head. Every line is strength for your hands. Every word is light for your path. The enemy tried to silence you, but instead you are being ignited. The enemy tried to make you invisible, but instead heaven is calling your name louder than ever. This is the hour to act. Share this message now so that others may wake up from their sleep. Write in the comments that you are awake, that you are ready, that you will not be moved. Subscribe right now so you don't miss what's coming next, because what is being released in these messages is not random, it is a lifeline from heaven to your heart. Do not shrink back. Do not close your eyes. Do not give up. Jesus warned of this attack before the rapture, and it is happening. But you are still here, you are still standing, you are still chosen. And soon, very soon, the trumpet will sound, and everything that tried to break you will be left behind while you rise with Him. Stay, believe, and receive, this is your hour. Stay right here, don't move, because what is flowing through these words now is not just text on a screen, it is heaven's way of keeping you awake while the world around you sleeps. Jesus didn't warn you of this attack to scare you, He warned you so that when it arrived you would already be armed, already steady, already ready. Every line you're reading is a reminder that you are not just surviving history, you are walking through prophecy. He said there would be a time when faith would be tested, when the noise of the world would drown out the sound of eternity. He said love would grow cold, truth would be traded for lies, and hearts would grow heavy. Look around. You can see it. But look inside yourself too. You are still burning, you are still watching, you are still chosen. That in itself is a miracle. This attack is designed to make you doubt your place, your promise, your worth. It is designed to make you feel unseen, unheard, unimportant. But every tear you've shed has been counted. Every silent prayer has been stored. Every time you whispered His name in the dark was another stone added to the foundation of your destiny. You are not empty, you are being filled even now. Lift up your eyes. The rapture is nearer than your next breath. The trumpet is closer than the horizon. And your life, your family, your calling are still held in His hands. No attack can snatch you from His grip. No deception can rewrite what heaven has decreed about you. Stay with me. Don't scroll away. Every sentence you're reading now is a shield, every word is a sword, every paragraph is oil for your lamp. The enemy tried to make you feel like your lamp was empty, but heaven is refilling it as you sit here. This is your preparation moment. This is your strength being restored. And while you are here, let your heart respond. Don't just read, act. Share this message now so others can wake up. Write in the comments below, I am awake, I am ready, I am still standing, as a declaration of your faith. And subscribe right now so you don't miss the next message heaven has prepared for you. This isn't just another video, it's a lifeline, a prophetic flow, a wake-up call wrapped in love. You are not ordinary. You are not forgotten. You are not alone. Jesus warned of this attack before the rapture, and it is happening. But so is your deliverance, so is your vindication, so is your rising. Nothing written against you can stand when God has already written your future. Stay, believe, share, comment, subscribe. This is your hour of awakening.